Okay. 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 Let's see. The thing about okay, the chat box again not doing it. Wow. Okay, viewer count. Oh. 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 Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. The thing about everything going on right now, hopefully you guys can hear me. Yes, you can. Is that my mouse is plugged? Okay, so my PC. First off, my PC has some weird stuff going on. My PC has some strange drivers going on or something fucked up with the USB drivers on the front, and a certain combination of them you plug in and the whole thing fucking dies. So I have to make sure that I'm clicking on the right, or I'm putting in the right USB things into the right things. I had to re-grease my eyebrows. Hopefully they're looking sufficiently greased. Blackmagic drivers kind of suck. I think that might be true, although I'm not plugged into the Blackmagic. I'm plugged into an Elgato capture card, the HD60S, into my Blackmagic camera. So, yeah, no. Windows Update made my computer go into a boot loop. Had to roll back the update. Yeah. I'm warming up still. Hey, I'm in standard tuning. Decent enough. Let me turn up my mic a little bit. I want to hear mouth noises. There you go. How high is my action? I would say not high. Is this playing through an amp or an audio interface? It's through the Pod HD 500. And you can get all my tones up here at dlam.com if you like. For the Pod HD 500 line, you can get the Pod HD, being the Pod HD Pro, the Pod HD Pro X, the Pod HD 500, Pod HD 500X. It works for all of them. I have them all in there. If you have any of those and you like the sound of this tone, they're all up on there, on my fucking website. The only complaint about this guitar that I have, and it's a minimal complaint, is that the pickup selector knob comes off very easily, and I keep pushing it back on there. I think it's probably bad for the pickup selector to be constantly pushing into the fucking guitar, but the the little plasticky guy keeps slipping off. I gotta what is it? Super glue it or something. Phil's Casserole Review Channel is you gotta go. Ah, sorry about that, buddy. Unless you are not leaving. It sounds like maybe a joke of some kind. I have no idea. Little super glue in the hole. That's it. Yeah. Wizardry playthrough was crisp. Thanks. Was that an F sharp? I didn't play any of the 7 or 8, so I don't remember what the fuck I was tuned to. I think I just played it standard, whatever. Ken what gent? This guitar? Oh, later, Phil. Okay, no, literally, goodbye. Give me a pinch harmonic in the first fret of the 8th string. I almost never do that. Rover Van Pelt, I want to play my guitar through my headphones instead of an amp. What would you recommend? There's so many fucking options. I'm not really a tone kind of guy. I can tell you what I play. I play the Pod HD 500. Grunge Kid and Clifford, do you know the tune of that crap song Old Town Road is based entirely off the pentatonic scale? You found that out on accident. Well, I have news for you, Grunge Kid. Almost every rock song ever written is based on that scale. And, yeah, it's not uncommon. The pickup selector cap fell off my guitar, too. I've removed all pickups except for the bridge pickup, so no problems. Oh, that's great. Where is Claire? She is teaching for 2 hours. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah. I was like, really? And she's like, uh-huh. I was like, okay, see you later. You cut the tip of your ring finger now playing sucks. I'm sorry, Damien. Please be careful. If you're using a dull knife, please sharpen the knife because more accidents come from dull knives than they do from sharp knives due to the force put in. So if that's what happened, please sharpen your knives. I know it sounds counterintuitive, and I know that Claire doesn't agree with me. And I know that when I say that to her, she says, that doesn't make any sense. And I say, well, if you think about it for a second, it does. And she says, no, it doesn't. Our knives are so dull, they could never cut someone. And then I say, well, if you think about it, though, if you're putting more force into it, you're more likely to put force and cut yourself. And it would be a rougher cut, more of a rip rather than a cut. And she says, no, if it's sharper, then it's more likely to cut you. And then the yelling starts. Just the vicious screaming match. No, I'm just kidding. We've never done that. We've talked about the knife thing, but we've never yelled at each other. As a butcher apprentice, I can confirm that you are correct. Yeah, Toothbrush 69. It's definitely not, as anybody, lots of people here know, yeah. It's not like an insight that I figured out. It's just something that I've I've read. And all I am is just a collection of the information that I have been given. Yufan Yang, what's up, buddy? That doesn't make sense to me with the knives. Dull blade means more force, which means you're more likely to slip and cut yourself. Mark Warner has it very correct. It's a very quick little, piece of information. And it makes sense if you think about it. If you don't think about it, then it doesn't make sense. But what makes sense... What item of information, what thing makes sense when you don't think about it? Well, I guess plenty of stuff makes sense if you don't think about it because you don't have the chance to... Now I'm confused. You had too much to drink the other night and spent about an hour or so enthusiastically describing different Archspire shirt graphics to some friends. Wretched Bugler? Bugler? Is it Bugler? Do you play the bugle? Dean attempts philosophy. Yeah, no. Cut everything with broken glass, and then you don't need to worry. Mark C., you sound like a psychopath. I got cut by my damn high E string and then proceeded to break off and hit me in the eye. Grunge Kid, I'm so sorry. It sounds like you are part of a dangerous string of events. Dark Alley, I wish I had the talent of one of Dean's fingers. One of my fingers? Well, some of them are more talented than the other ones. You need to rip in some power metal like Claire. I do? I don't know. She does such a good job of it. Hello, please tell me your approach to write tech death metal songs. I grab my guitar, think about something brutal, meaty, and etc., and in the end, I have metalcore vibe. Well, my dude, it's all about the drums and the feeling and the tempo. I would say fourths are a big way to make something sound really brutal. Check it out. That's very grindy and death metal-y and brutal. I'm not doing fifths, which would be more Cannibal Corpse-y. And that's chromaticism mixed with some fifths. But if you do fourths, down pick fourths, sound like cattle decapitation all of a sudden. Make them fifths. With some index pinky minor third hammer-on pull-offs. And now you're at Cannibal Corpse territory. How about this? You make him flat six. Now we're in Deeds of Flesh territory. You know what I'm saying? How good am I at classic/speed? Sorry, I put the slash on the wrong spot. classic thrash / speed metal. I don't really play very much of it. I have sometimes, but not so much. Restoration Plague, yeah, dude. Oh man, so funny. You forgot all about Deeds of Flesh, dude. Deeds of Flesh is coming with some new music soon with my buddy Craig, who plays guitar, is very, very good for that band. I don't know who else is in that band right now. I've met all the members at some point. Obviously, Eric Lindmark passed away. Was it 2 years or 1 year ago? 2 years ago, he was the guy that ran the awesome Unique Leader Records, and he passed away a year or two or something like that. And yeah, that sucks. But they're gonna have new music. I love that band, Deeds of Flesh. So hopefully it's. I'm sure it'll be awesome because all the guys involved, as far as I remember, are very fucking awesome musicians, and I'm sure they'll do an awesome tribute to the late Eric Lindmark. I talked to him once or twice early on in the days of Archspire. We were talking to them about maybe doing some stuff together very, very early on. And never ended up happening, but I talked to him back and forth on email a couple of times. He's a guy that really, he really affected the whole death metal scene, Yeah, Deeds of Flesh. Yeah, Mark C, that's right. I deserve more views. Thanks, buddy. I'm all good with the views that I get. What tuning am I in? Drop E. I'll play a Drop E song. I am going to play not the hardest songs that we have today because I'm trying to not fucking mess up my arms, my dudes. So I'm going to try to not fuck up my arms because like I said before, I've been playing these songs 3 times a week for 5 months. And that's not good for my arms, I don't think. So today I'm going to take it easy, play a few songs. I'm going to hang out with you guys mostly. But I will play some stuff because otherwise, why the hell would you watch me? You know what I'm saying? Give us a slice of a tasty new riff you're working on. I have no idea if the audio is good here. Corrupt Eternity, thank you. 40,000. No. My guitar's too quiet. No. What's cool is that on my Reaper session, I have the mic input is labeled as guitar, and the guitar input is labeled as mic. And I'm too lazy to change it, and I keep fucking everything up. So the mix is all out of whack. I gotta do a bit of stretching before I get too comfortable here. Yeah. I don't want to. Oh, and my fucking mouse. Oh my god. Am I currently evaluating in Reaper? Chris Korg, you know that I bought a license. You know what I'm saying? Ugh, it's well balanced audio-wise here. Great. Hold each arm over the side of your bed to help loosen any trapped nerves. Hold each arm over the side of your bed. How? Hold the arms on each side of hug the bed? I don't get it. All right. Let's see. What happened on the last stream? My computer crashed. There you go. Have I seen a flex bar? No. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, one arm at a time. This is tuned to F-sharp standard on 8-string. Greg Lane, yeah, dude. When is the stream ending? I don't know. I use 10 to 46 with a 60 and a 74. Stop sleeping. Yeah, dude. How am I talking while playing? Practice. How about I try Abassi's selective picking? Yeah. Cole Buckmaster, what's up, buddy? Keep in mind for this video, I don't make any money from this video, which is weird to think, because when I do this video and I'm playing my band's songs, it gets flagged for copyright. Isn't that funny? So what happens is the label takes a certain percentage of online sales, which in turn, the other percentage goes to the band. And everybody splits everything equally. So when I say I don't make any money from this video, oops, what I actually mean is I make probably $1. So I'm just doing this for fun and just to hang out with you guys, because this is fun, dude. Just wanted to give you a peek behind the curtain. And I fucked up that riff. Ah, the real M Cool, offsetting the talk. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for that super sticker, dude. Wait, is that like a little pear? It's a little pear with a headband on. You're still sexy. Wow, dude, thanks. Okay. Are there any good Canadian bands? Absolutely. Alex Fields, thanks, buddy. Sometimes my new wireless keyboard doesn't register any fucking keys hit, and that's a weird thing, because you'd be like pressing a spacebar over and over. Yeah, easy, yeah. Martin Graff, not the first-time viewer, but first-time commenter. Oh, hey, on one of your live streams. Any advice on starting to play death metal riffs? Starting to play death metal riffs. What bands do you like, buddy? Alex Fields, still haven't played a Kiesel. Damn, dude. Gotta get on that. I think they have like a 10-day return thing. Greg Lane, you've never seen an 8-string in person? Holy shit, that is crazy. That's craziness to me, dude. Never seen one in person. Oh, I have a message from my tattooist. Hey! Very good. sent me a picture of his kid wearing an Archspire shirt. Cole Buckmaster, thank you for streaming. The live streams always make me want to practice. Hey, that's great. Who here plays guitar? Does everybody here play guitar? Hit me with Phrygian Dominant, please. I will at some point. I will play plenty of Phrygian Dominant. I will play so much Phrygian Dominant that you will be like, it's enough. It's enough Phrygian Dominant. There will be a time where somebody would be like, okay, what would you like to hear? And you'll be like, anything but Phrygian Dominant. And that time is going to be directly after this live stream. I really enjoyed your episode of the Riff Hour podcast. Hey, Justin D. Drummer, thanks, buddy. That was fun. I like, honestly like Dean's or Claire's because it seems like basic style. Mine or Claire's guitars. Perhaps that's what you were talking about. I don't remember. I didn't see what you were responding to. You play drums and banjo. Damn, dude. You play bass. You play badly. I play guitar. Life is Phrygian Dominant. Working on Lucid Collective Some Ambulation right now. Oh, very good. Sorry, we forgot to wash the needle. What the hell is going on? Okay. Oh, you're talking about my tattooist. Oh, okay. That was a little bit delayed, but okay, I get it. You have no ink. I have no ink? I have some. Will you watch more covers? I haven't done one of those in a while, but I imagine that I will sometime soon. There isn't enough Phrygian Dominant and Harmonic Minor in the world to satisfy me. Is that true? That's a lot. There's a lot, especially in our music. You play guitar, bass, and program. Oh, damn. You play 1981 Squier Fender that's like a Fender maple neck. It's nice to... Hey, there you go. Will I play any Black Dahlia Murder? I probably will just play my own bullshit band because that's all the stuff I know off the top of my head, you know. Started learning 3 months ago. Holy shit. Satrapo, that's amazing. How old are you, dude? That's killer. You don't have to answer that if you want to. But that is awesome. 3 months ago. Good for you. Let's play some Opeth. Oh, man, I love that. Those first 6 albums. Fucking amazing. You know what's crazy? If anybody here doesn't know Opeth super well, when I show somebody Opeth, they go, oh, okay, lots of clean singing or whatever. But like, okay, there is a lot of melodic singing. And some people like that. Some people don't like it. But if you look at their albums, I don't know why I said that. If you look at their albums, if you never got into them, okay, that's okay. So if you don't know them very well, I'll tell you exactly their albums and their album cycle. And if you don't know what an album cycle is, basically the album cycle is the length of time between the release of one album to the release of another album. So the cycle is how long a band takes to take that music, put it out, tour it, do whatever they're going to do with it, do promo, do press or whatever, and then they're going to get back into the studio, and at the end of an album cycle, they'll start doing pre-pro for an album, demoing material, go into the studio, release the next album, and then they're on that next album cycle. So for Archspire, my band, we do about a 3.5 or 4 year album cycle because we milk the shit out of our music, which is great. Not all bands can do that. Not all bands want to do that. Some bands can't stand playing their music that much. Us, we just do it because whatever. We have lots of markets. We're a pretty small band in the grand scheme of everything. So whatever. Here's Opeth's album cycle from quite a while ago. They started releasing stuff. And it's good. So we're talking about Opeth here because they were one of my favorite bands when I was younger. Okay, so their first album, Orchid, 1995. Morning Rise, 1996. Okay, My Arms Are Hers, 1998. So 1 year from the first 2 years, Still Life, 1999, Blackwater Park, 2001, Deliverance, 2002, Damnation, 2003, Ghost Reveries, 2005. Then they start break. That is insane to me. To hear of a band that goes from album to album to album, 1 year, 2 year, 1 year, 2 year. I cannot believe, like, there wouldn't even be enough time for my band to write enough music to get into the studio between that time. That is craziness. Ghost Reveries, 2005. Candlelight Years, I think that's a different thing. Oh, Watershed, 2008. So now they're in a 3 year album cycle. Heritage, 2011. Pale Communion, 2014. Sorceress, 2016. Incana, I don't know any of their new stuff. But man, that is craziness. And those are not, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. The Tau, so you're talking about how they're not short songs or albums, they're long. Yeah, they're long, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes long sometimes, maybe even longer. Big progressive long songs. Like, damn, dude. Deliverance and Damnation were written at the same time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it looks like they were released. I don't know something. But man, that is insanity to me, to be in the studio and you're recording music that you wrote. And Michael is the main songwriter. Although I know that in the earlier days, I think it was more collaborative. I don't know. Maybe it's less now. Maybe it's the same, or maybe it's more. But I know Peter Lindgren, their old guitarist, put in some riffs, although that sort of started to taper off. And there's a huge influence from Martin Lopez, the old drummer. And so it seemed like it was a relatively collaborative effort, but I think Michael was still the main songwriter. So you're charged. So here's you. You're Michael Ackerfeld. So you're the lead singer, lead guitarist of this band. You have to write, let's say, 70% of an album every year or every second year for like 10 years or more before they started going to a 3-year album cycle. That's insane. But that's the reason why they become such a big band. Just the absolute grind of the first 10 years of that band is unreal. But I think one of the big things, and you have to enjoy Bloodbath. Yeah, exactly. And Michael did a sick job with Bloodbath. The thing about that band is I don't know, and I mean, I saw them live 2006, right after Ghost Reveries came out. 2005, 2006, I can't remember. It was this tour called Sounds of the Underground Tour in Canada. Although I think that they did some U.S. dates as well. And Gene Hoglan was filling in on drums for that tour. And I had just started playing guitar 4 or 5 years previous. So I'm playing guitar a little bit. I'm jamming with my guitar teacher. I think I stopped taking lessons at that point. But I was playing a lot, right? Flesh 666, yeah, dude. Sounds of the Underground, great tour. On that tour, I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think Gwar and Behemoth and Opeth, unless I'm combining two of the tours together. Darkest Hour was there one of the years. It was a great tour, and it was at a really awesome venue in Vancouver. Behemoth was on 1 year. I think that there was 2. There was 3 years of that tour, as far as I remember. 2 of them went to Vancouver. 1 of them did not. But anyway, great tour. And yeah, Sounds of the Underground, yeah. Gwar, Strapping a Lad. Oh yeah, Lamb of God, dude. Wow. Wow. What I mean, talk about before those bands. Like, I mean, those were big bands ish then, but imagine Lamb of God playing, okay, the venue I saw them in Vancouver, Lamb of God playing a 3,000 cap venue, maybe 3,000 cap. Dude, they would sell that out in a day. Now. You know what I mean? That would be gone. Well, not now. Not now. You couldn't do that now. But what a cool thing to see those bands. Perhaps in less than a day. Who knows? But the first day, the tickets would be gone for sure, guaranteed. That band is so huge. I saw them. They were playing the main stage at Hellfest last year, and I saw them, and it was like, I mean, they're playing in front of 30,000 people. I don't know. You know, you skip the second one because it was Circa Survive, came the same day, and I saw them perform. Oh, okay, Circa Survive. I don't really know that band very, very well. What was amazing to me is that there's no songs written for Deliverance and Damnation. Michael wrote that in the studio. Wow, dude. Oh my God, I didn't know that. That is crazy. What's that really sick Masters of Apprentices riff? Oh man, I can't remember. I'm just doing it by memory. I don't remember what it was. The Deliverance. Oh my God, that's a hard riff to play, by the way. Anybody want to learn that? Do alternate picking with that outro riff of Damnation. Deliverance. Fuck, dude. Something like that. I can't remember. I haven't played that for fucking years, dude. But what a sick outro, man. Ah, man, I love that band. I don't listen to a lot of different bands all the time, but the bands that I really like, I listen to over and over and over again. And I find it hard to latch on to new bands because it is easy to see the influences of the bands that you grew up listening to inside of the new bands. You listen to a new band and you're like, that's an Opeth part, that's a that's a Lamb of God part. That's you can see the influences. Every once in a while, you see a band that comes out that's just enough where it's like, okay, this is new. Like a band like Surreption for me. Surreption, dude, they're like, if you take Decapitated and you kept the same lineup that they had for their early stuff and you just cranked up everything, the production, you crank up everything. The technicality of the solos, the just absolute the catchiness. You take their old stuff and you just go up 25%, and that's what you get. Surreption. You get that fucking the grooviest riffs. Oh my god, I love that band. That band is so sick. There's so much Opeth stuff that straight up subverts your expectation. Yeah, totally. Yeah, he has a really interesting way of playing chords, and it's very strange. You saw Opeth first in a small club when they were touring as support for Cradle of Filth after Morning Rise. Wow. So Norbert, you're talking about they were touring for Morning Rise. Orchid was the first one. Morning Rise is the second one, or maybe I have them back. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So they were touring in between recording. I mean, when did they sleep? Because for me, when you write an album, we're right now at the end of our album writing for this new album that we're doing, and every day I'm working on it, every single day, and we're still 5 weeks up from going to the studio, and then in the studio every day, and we've been working on it for a year and a half. So when would we, and we did some touring in there, but we couldn't have got it any faster. I mean, we were doing 5 days a week writing for 3 or 4 months. And then we switched down to 3 days a week after COVID, after the restrictions for group assembly went away, more or less. So yeah, it's crazy to me to imagine the amount of work. Because I remember when you watched that Opeth DVD, we're talking about the making of, I think it was, what's it called? Lamentations, the Deliverance Damnation making of DVD. They're talking about in the studio, and I think Michael was talking about Blackwater Park, that he was in the studio writing for that album and he was crying because he was so absolutely stressed out all the time because he wanted to finish writing and he needed to come up with a new riff right now. He's like, come up with a new riff. It's like that seems insanity to me. That seems like intentional torture. But I mean, that album is rad. It's so awesome. We miss Anton Svedin. Anton Svedin, one of the best modern guitarists in any death metal band you could think of. Dude, unbelievable. Unique as fuck. That's the Surreption guitarist, the original Surreption guitarist. Unique, unreal. Yeah, absolutely amazing. They're still great. They're still really, really great. We toured with them in 2018, and we were gonna do a tour with them in this year in 2020, but COVID. So remember from that DVD when Martin Lopez comes in and one takes Ghost of Perdition on drums. Yeah, Ghost of Perdition. Oh, really? Oh, was he on that? Was that really? Was that must have been his last album? I thought he wasn't on that. Weird. That's sweet. I mean, he was great for sure. I have heard the new Inferior single, but I haven't heard the actual release. I just heard it before it came out. Malcolm sent me something. No Chips, what's up? Chainbrain, buddy, Chainbrain is here. If anybody doesn't know, Chainbrain is a bald man, and that's all the information I have about him. Did you hear anything from Mohammed Sugmas or Michael Keane? You're as original like these guys. Evandro, if I had have known it was such a complimentary comment, I probably would have read it in my head because it makes me sound garish to read that out loud. But thank you so much for that. Did I hear anything from them? They're both some of my favorite guitarists, favorite composers. So that's amazing to be grouped together with those men. Dandicus Walton, what's up, buddy? Some people work best under pressure and tight deadlines. I agree. Yeah, and if there's a testament to that, it would be Michael writing all that stuff for Opeth. Although I have to say, some of the old stuff off the first and second album, I'm not a huge fan of, but they are cool. They're just not my favorite. The next like 4 or 5 albums, those ones are like. Remember Chainbrain for streaming that Blacksmith game on Twitch, mostly. Blacksmith game, damn dude, what the hell kind of game is that? You used to love Metallica, so I spent a lot of time listening to their albums. Rarely did you spend time looking for new music. Now you do the same with the Archwire albums. Okay, well, hopefully you dig the new stuff. Like I said, we are very, very close to being done writing. We are halfway through song 8, and song 1 through 7, all the pre-production demos are pretty much done. I have to write one solo. I have to rewrite the ending of another solo. There's bits and pieces of parts that we need to tweak. 2.5 songs are done with lyrics recorded on pre-pro on demos. The rest of them will be done in the next 3 weeks. Drums need to get retracked for the demos. Bass needs to get retracked for the demos. Once those demos are all done, then we'll be going to the studio October 25th. And we'll be there. And it's weird because if anybody here is not in a band, and even if you are, okay, so how many times do you get asked to play South America a day? We've been asked many, many times. I was actually in talks with a South American promoter to do a tour, but it's sort of, you know how everything happened. So, or we were, not me. Like, I wasn't like, I'm going to go there and, you guys, no, I was talking to him about the band doing something, but we just, it'll happen in the future. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the amount of work to go in from writing an album for us. Our first album that we did, an album called All Shall Align, which you can find nowhere, of course. We memorized all the songs and we went into the studio, and then we did what's called scratch guitars, where we went in there and we played guitar. Toby or I can't remember who did all the scratch guitars. Maybe myself. Maybe Toby did 1 or 2. I can't remember. Really, it was just, here's the basic outline of a song so that the drummer, our drummer Spencer Pruitt, could go in and record all the drums, right? Is this Guitar Stream or Talk Stream? I have a guitar. I will play. Let me just, sorry. Maybe I should shut up. Maybe I'll play a song. I'll play a song. Oops. That thing I was talking about was boring anyway. Talking about fucking drums. Who gives a shit about drums? Who gives a shit about drums, dude? Talking about drums. Useless. Sorry, buddy. Greetings from Belgium. Where in Belgium? Yeah, why not both? This is a filler riff according to Claire. Yufeng Yang is so funny, dude. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, what? Boris, this song is called The Mimic Well. The Mimic Well. This is a Kiesel guitar. Yufeng Yang. The same specs as mine? Beautiful. You're fucking awesome. Wow, that's super cool. So it's a 7-string Aries, and it has the reverse headstock. Oh, you got the 7-piece neck. Mine's a 5-piece. Very good. Did you get the Marca Kubo headstock? Oh no! Are we still here? Oh boy, everything. The viewership went to. What the hell happened? Are we back? I feel like we're on borrowed time. Are we back, my guys? Are we back? Because. Okay. Looks. Just need a refresh. Okay. Well, that's great. The viewership went down like absolutely crazy. And it looks like live is still good. 50 people left out of nowhere. Yeah, they were just like, oh, all right, gone. That's okay. Who the hell needs them? I need them. I miss them. Everything's fine in your head. Well, that's great. Make everything second count. Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on. I definitely need a better internet connection, although I feel like my upload speed is usually around 6 megabits per second, which is really boring to talk about on a stream. And it's actually probably as high as 10 megabits a second, but that doesn't sound good. That sounds bad, so maybe that is bad. Is that bad? Anyway. Oh, Euphonia. Okay, you're talking about... no, this one's a 5-piece. I've actually... All the drummers left at once. This one's a 5-piece. If you look at any of my other ones, they are a 7-piece. Oh, sorry, that's not even true. Excuse me. I have a DC 800 that's a 5-piece. But yeah, you have 30 megabits up, and you live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, but Chainbrain, you probably upgraded that because your entire you need. I guess I need a good upload speed too, but I just haven't. I haven't come to that realization yet. So maybe I need to, get it going. 7 megabits is what you get and download? Wow. I guess Canada is good because my download's like 120 or 125 megabits. Man, this is boring. I don't want to talk about internet speed. What the fuck am I doing? I'm doing it. I'm talking about the internet speed. I don't want to. Okay. What the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about the recording process. Okay, so the recording process is usually, historically... You guys ever tour with Crepsopsy? No, we haven't. Minimum they offer here is 20 megabits. Yeah, dude. 100 up, 150. 100 up? Wow. That is a lot. I feel like that's excessive. Okay. So, we're... Dean streams and it is not 3 a.m. Here must be Christmas. Yes, that's true. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. 1,000 up and down. What? Am I just living in the past? Wow. What? That is craziness. 1,000 up and down. Chris. 1 gigabyte up and down. Okay, but that is 1,000. So, but you've got gigabit. Oh, well, 100 megabytes here. I only top at 10. Right, megabits. Not you. That's. I gotta get that gigabit fiber, dude. A gig up. A gig up is. Can I humor the Polyphia guy? Toothbrush? Somebody talking about Polyphia? Who's talking about Polyphia? I'm probably going to learn Polyphia. I'm not going to learn Polyphia on this stream because it's going to take a while. 30 down. Ooh, sorry about that. You've built 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 13 piece necks. Holy shit. There's no real advantage to extra layers once you go past 3, though they certainly look cool. Mark, I would tend to agree with you. And you sounds like you know way more about it than I do. What I'll agree with you on is that they do look cool. 5-piece neck seems fine, but I haven't toured with this guitar, so we'll see. But these ones have the dual carbon fiber rods in there. You can't use the internet and your house phone at the same time. Wow. There's only so much you can do with insane internet speeds, yeah. You can max out stream. Yeah, but even then, it's like, what? You know, nobody can watch it, right? I'm not going to send that much stuff to everybody and have it just be buffering over and over again. You pay $70 a month for 300 down, 30 up. That's great. Yeah, I got to switch over there, dude. That's great. Okay, so we were talking about the recording process. So when I was when we were recording our first album, which you could find nowhere, called All Shall Align, you have a 7-string Dean. Do I want it? No, I have enough guitars. Thank you so much. Please give it to somebody on my behalf. Give it to a needy individual on my behalf, please. Someone who can't afford a guitar. That'd be amazing. So when we went into the studio for the first time, we did what's called scratch tracks. Scratch tracks are I'm playing guitar, Toby's playing guitar, whatever, and we record the entire song, one guitar only, and then we give that to our drummer Spencer in the studio, and then he plays to it, and then we track everything on top of that. The second album we did, we tracked a bunch of pre-production, which was demos. We tracked out of the 8 songs, I think, on that album, the album Lucid Collective, I think we tracked 4 out of 8 tracks pre-pro, and we just memorized the rest. I don't know why we did that. And also, we also tracked it all on GarageBand, which I can't say is great, but I can't say it's that bad. I mean, we got it done, so we got it done. So we did 4 songs, and they sounded like shit. Say that they sound like shit. Then for the last one we did, Relentless Mutation, we tracked everything-ish, almost everything, more or less. But it was so much more work that and if I find the demos somewhere, I'm sure they sound terrible. And it was my first time really recording anything with Reaper, doing actual sessions-ish. I think it was 2 channels for the drums. Ugh. Kick and snare, and then the snare mic would pick up some of the cymbals. So the problem with that is we're trying to record it so that you have a great reference, so when you go into the studio, you don't forget everything. Because the studio is a long, tedious, horrendous, hellish endeavor in which you question your own sanity, and you just wish for this painful existence to end. Because every day is microscopically focused on one part after the next part after the next part, and you just can't deal with it anymore. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why we do it. I don't know why anyone would do it. Anyway, I probably won't play Stab Wound. Sorry. Stab Wound. I don't know it. Some of it, but I don't. Anyway, so final product usually has a broader stereo spectrum. Sure, yeah, as opposed to the demos, absolutely. That and better editing, better, everything. So the demos we did for the last album, 2-channel drums, just double-tracked guitars, stereos like left and right. Cheshire Cat, what's up, buddy? And then we did some vocals. We did all the lyrics. What we'll do is we'll go in and we'll track all of the place tab wound, yeah. We'll track all of the vocal ideas rhythmically. And so we'll say, okay, what kind of vocals do we want here? And Ollie will literally pick out, our vocalist, Oliver Peters, a nice gentleman. He'll pick out sounds or words or whatever that sound rhythmic enough. And so he'll say something like, Toby, I love Toby, or something like that, our guitarist. So he'll do that in a fast fashion, and then I'll duplicate it so we get the idea of what's going on. And then we'll double it, and then we'll say, okay, this is what we want here. We want this many syllables, And then what he'll do generally is he'll go away and he'll make this weird, strange deal about it where he'll give his mom his phone or something like that, and he'll write for like a week and just do all the lyrics that he can. And then we'll come in and we'll track all the lyrics with these new ideas and do really like a much better job, start to produce it and stuff like that. So then for that last album, we were still doing that up until the day before he started tracking vocals in the studio, which was stressful because if you know anything about recording, you'll know that time is like every dollar is important because you have one day that could cost you X amount of dollars. That shit builds up like insane. And when you're trying to finance a band, you're trying to when you're trying to like keep everything, profitable. If you're there for an extra day, yikes! It starts to pile up, especially when you're doing what's known as a retreat style recording session, which is what we do. What is that harmonic thing you did in the last song with your picking hand? It is this. Thank you so much, Matt Z, for the super chat with the $5. Thank you so much, buddy. That's that guy. So with the studio time, you know that you have to make the absolute best of your time, which means that you have to know what it's going to sound like so that when you go into the studio, you don't go, oh, that doesn't work. Because anytime that you go, oh, that doesn't work, then you have to spend time figuring out something new to play or something new to write or something new to whatever it is. And that time is expensive. You still want to leave room for some things like that, but overall, you want to avoid that as much as you possibly can. So with this album, what we've done now is we have cranked up the production value of the demos. How much did it cost roughly to produce the last album? I don't really want to give out the number just because I know that would be just potentially weird for the producer. Let's just say it was, I think it's less expensive than you might assume, but it is also still a big chunk of money that would affect us in an album cycle's profit margins. So if we went too far on the production of the album, further than what we spent last time, it's going to affect us. It's like less expensive than a car. I mean, cars range so much. So I bought a car. We bought a car for $10,000 Canadian, or you can buy a car for $50,000. So no, it's not less or more expensive than a car. But let's just say you could find a car for the amount of time, the amount of money that we spent on the album. Less expensive than a Lamborghini, yes. So, less expensive than a tank, no. No, yes. So, so when we go into the studio this time, we have Joe Jensen with the DKK 209 from gold from Denmark. Have you gifted me gold? Gold from Denmark. Joe Jensen with the super chat. I don't know. I've never even... Gold from Denmark. Is that Danish Is it Kronig or crowns? I don't know. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I hope you have a great Sunday as well. Kroner. There you go. Kronig. I don't know where I came with Kronig from. Anyway, so thank you so much. Danish Corona. Danish. Yeah. Danish crowns. Right. Okay. Kroner. What a cool sounding currency, dude. Thank you so much, Joe Jensen, for that amazing super chat. You fucking rule, dude. Is there anything song I can play for you out of any of these songs? If you know my band's music, I can play any of these for you. If you like, let me know, please. Thank you, Yufin. Thank you so much. May Odin bless me, yes. This album we have now, the demos are stacking up like a lot. The amount of tracks are easily 4 or 5 times as much as they were on the last album. Now I'm looking at 30 tracks, and we're still doing 6 or maybe 7 tracks for the drums, which is way better than we did for the last one. Now the demos are starting to sound really good-ish, but they still sound bad because I'm mixing them, and I'm nowhere near a fucking, mixing engineer. I'm not even that great at doing any of this stuff. Yeah. But the demos will sound pretty good, and I think that they're going to sound better and going to lend themselves much nicer to the end production of this album, because now we're going to have all of our ideas worked out, but leave still some room. And Ben Bayer, Dave Otero is producing the new album, so we're going to go there, and we have 6 weeks this time in the studio with 2 weeks of mixing, where we won't be there for the mixing. So we're going to cross our fingers, because the last album, I particularly actually tracked all of the leads. Toby and I were in the back room, and we spent about a week or a week and a half tracking every single lead that you hear on the album. All the solos, all the leads, everything there is tracked by myself at a computer, either tracking myself or tracking Toby. And that's we want to definitely avoid that. I have too much space between my headphones and my head. I have too much space between my headphones and my head. Are you saying I have a big head or a small head? Or what are you saying about my head? Joe Jensen, involuntary doppelganger. There you go, buddy. Hair not found. Okay, no hair jokes, please. I'm very sensitive about it. 5-head, dude. Yeah, best grievance ever by ManaChat. Yeah, let me just think about that for a second. I have too much space between my headphones and my head, so I either have a tiny pea head of some kind, or my headphones were built for someone with a much larger head. In between the border and the headphones. My head is that of hairless. Hairless. What if I do this? Does it fix it? What if... Oh my God, that feels horrible. Is there too much space? I feel pretty... Like, the design of the headphones look weird. It's like I'm wearing this really weird hat. That's a little better. Oh, great. My headphones are wide. I should do the hipster DJ thing and have the band around the back of my head. You know what's cool is I can do this. So I can do just one ear, and I look very cool. Listening to Meth Witch? What the fuck is Meth Witch, dude? Is that a band? Favorite Slammed? Wormhole. Wormhole, dude. Who here knows about Wormhole? Chain Brain. Yeah, dude. It's a bit different. A lot less emotes. John Doe, what's up? McDoomhammer. Whoops. Yeah. Stupid fucking riff. I suck at that riff. I gotta work on it. Yeah, the Twitch emotes, yeah, dude. Got it. Wormhole are naughty. It's true. Robert. Thank you. You smashed your guitar. Please don't. ADHD. What's up? I use the Yamaha THR 10X. I don't actually much anymore. I should. Okay, so I'm going back here. I really want to get your guitar tones, but I have a Podgo. Oh, I would love to try out a Podgo, but I don't have one. Good luck with that. Let me know if it sounds good. What would you say the Arch Bar song with the fastest vocals is? Probably Involuntary Doppelganger. The very, very ending. Everybody take a listen if you wish. That one right there. When we were doing the pre-production for that section, we go, it's really fast. Mark C, gotta go. Going round two, buddies, to watch last night's UFC. Hey, have fun, man. Elijah Harris, what's up, dude? What's up, my dude? Can you talk about shooting guns with Dave Otero? We shot guns with Dave Otero. How'd you guys come up with that idea? We ripped off Tech 9. The song Stamina. Check out the song Stamina. Anybody who doesn't know, okay, so here's the song we have. It's a song called Calamus Will Animate. And here's the intro of it. Okay, and now everybody keep that in mind. And now, here is the song Stamina by Tech 9. So what we did is we took that entire section. It's the same flow. Yeah, we took the entire section. Well, what his is it's not to a click track. His isn't to a click. So we took that exact thing, we mapped out every single hit, and we put it onto the tempo of the song that we were working on. Ollie did new lyrics, and we boosted it up. The tempo is higher. But honestly, that's a free flow. It's like, it's all weird. So what we like to do, and the video for this is really cool. It's like a quick little thing, right? And he has flashing lights behind him. So we did, when we programmed lights, or whenever we have a lighting set list or whatever, and we always give them do the strobes during that part to match the Tech 9 thing. So what's the word for that? Well, we stole it, but we changed it enough where all the lyrics are different, the flow is different, the sound effects are different, the context is different. So it's as much like a quote as is like, it's not like we took the track and then put it onto our song. So anyway, that's a cool one. It's kind of like sampling, but not really, because we didn't use a single sound effect or even the same flow. I would say homage, yeah. A tribute or homage or something like that. Inspired by would be a good one, yeah. How did you write the tapping riff in Lucid Collective Somnambulation? It's a really cool riff. Oh, thanks, man. That one is... That one's cool. It is a two chords put on top of each other, both in harmonic minor. That's how I thought about it for the first part, and I'm tapping the same kind of thing. And then we go to, if we're in, I don't actually know what scale or what key we're in. This is it's a 4/3 suspension of some kind, or ending on the 2. So we're in F sharp minor, F sharp bend bear. There you go, F sharp harmonic minor. A 4/3 suspension, which is basically if I'm doing, I think the 5 chord below. So I'm back online. That's true. The 5 chord below the root. If I'm in a minor key, then I'm doing a 5 chord, a dominant 5 chord below in a minor key, and then I'm playing the 4th, and then I'm suspending the chord by playing the 4th, and then into the 3rd, and then into the whatever. I wrote it by ear, honestly. I just found that progression. I was like, oh, that's cool, and the theory explains it. Although I don't explain it very well, apparently, because I'm sure no one got my dumb, terrible explanation. Cheshire, what songs have you played so far in the stream? I've played 3. I probably won't play very many more. Don't leave. The 4th suspended on the 3rd. Yeah. My explanation was terrible. And that is indicative of a lack of understanding or on my part, and I'm a fool. And go ahead and say it, I'm a fool. But anyway, I played 3 songs. I might play another one. I'm trying to take it easy with my left arm. I probably won't play Dark Horizontal, but who knows? Who knows what happens? What do you like to play that isn't metal? I don't really play too much for quote-unquote fun lately. What I do is I play to write music because I love writing music. So I would say technically nothing, because anything that I play is probably going to be me learning to either improve my ability to play metal or to compose some metal riff or whatever, or it's practicing the music that we have. So right now, none. Theory behind any given thing isn't that hard to follow, but if you very much learn the basics, like one music class at your community college, you'll be able to understand what he's explaining. Yeah, Russell, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't think there's any class that's going to teach you how my terrible explanation is going to help you, but there's going to be easier ways to learn it. Dark Horizontal will cost you at least 220 Danish krone. Yeah. That's probably true, but I'm just right now. I'm trying to avoid what is it? Letting my body fall into a state of disrepair. You learn intervallic relationships in the first class, and that's the first thing I tell anybody to learn. Intervallic relationships. I don't say it like that, and now I'm actually going to steal your thing. I say learn interval distances or whatever, but I mean intervallic relationships makes it sound way cooler. Hi from Italy. Hey, buddy. Covert Shadow. Keep going. You motivate me every day to improve. Well, that's amazing. Can I play the solo in Lucid Collective Some emulation? Yeah, I don't know if I want to play the entire song right now, but I'll play the solo. There you go. Have to play the troll toll. Yeah, exactly. Are you a very theory-driven player? Yes. Everything that I play, I analyze with theory. So yes. I don't necessarily compose with theory in mind all the time. But anything that, I probably played it faster, yeah. When I'm playing that kind of stuff by myself, I usually play faster. Not to brag, I probably played it sloppy also, but that's just my instinctive thing is to play it faster. Did I play in Phrygian Dominant while you were gone? I guarantee you I did. Theories for after writing. I don't necessarily think it needs to be that cut and dry. But I think for the majority of the time you're probably right. But I also use theory to write. When I have a cool idea, I'll make the idea cooler by applying some sort of, let's say, I said threat? I don't remember saying that. I don't even know what that is. Unfortunately, I just said it. And there's a good way to get me to say something I don't even know what I'm saying. No doubt I just said something very horrible. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So if I have a cool idea, then theory can oftentimes help me make it cooler. You got me. Fuck. Robert. You got me, dude. Fuck. You need to understand why something sounds interesting or bad, but you don't quite know why. It helps with debug. Oh, that's a good idea, too. Debug. It's from Bad Lip Reading. Okay, great. I'm so old I've spent way more time trying to figure out why I suck. No one needs an 8-string guitar. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. We need to go to drop G? We need? Is it we need? Or is it... Or who... Are you talking to me? Oh, do we? Oh. Sorry, dude. I didn't see that next comment. Do we need? Kyle from Vitriol got a 37 fret guitar. What? No. Did he? That's crazy. Prove me wrong. Yeah. Scream Feeding. Yes, I might just play that one. That would be a good idea. Have I toured Asia? We've toured Japan. Yeah. Please explain the need for an 8-string? I don't even think I have an answer for that. Do we need 8-string? He doesn't like a lot of strings. I can understand that. It makes it harder to mute and stuff like that. We don't need to go to drop G. We need to go to drop E1. Everyone needs an 8-string. Yeah, that's maybe true. Best way to describe Methwitch from a comment on the video. The band is what people who don't listen to metal think metal sounds like. That's not a compliment, I don't think. I don't know why Toby gets so much hate for his headless guitars. Does he? His guitars are sweet looking. Dean hasn't missed enough notes for him to be in that state. I think I missed the beginning of that. At some point, you need to lose the frets because you can't fit your fingers between them. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What tuning am I in? I'm in, right now, F sharp standard. I forgot what song I just played. Oh, he's got a Fenfret Agile 8. Oh, that's cool. You recently bought the cheapest 8-string you could play. Wow. And plays like a beast. Or that you could find, rather, and plays like a beast. Wow, that's sweet. Have you guys thought of touring with Cytotoxic before? Yeah, only every time we ever tour ever, we're like, we should get Cytotoxin in here. Yeah, we love that band. Anybody who hasn't heard their new album, the band Cytotoxin is sick as fuck. Mark Warner, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Lily Weinberg, yes, I'm playing through a Pod HD 500. No Phrygian Dominant? There you go. There's a little something something. How is your pod plugged into the computer? I have it going through the XLR output on the back of the pod into input 2, or rather input 1 on my interface. And then I have input 2 on my interface with this little fella here. 8-string guitars look cooler than 6. Yes, I can't look at a 6-string and think, oh, that looks amazing, because I think about it like an 8-string, and I go, it could look so much cooler as an 8-string. And I say it in that low voice, like this, a very suggestive voice. Every time someone wants me to pay $2,000 for an overseas thing, I'm like, well, if I'm patient, I can have a Kiesel, or maybe, yeah, for sure. 2,000, yeah. Fucking, I own a 5-string bass. I'm familiar with basic music theory. Please don't take my comment as an insult. I'm trying to understand. Is another high string on the 8 strings? High A? No. Not on mine, no. High A would be a .05 gauge string, and I'm not about to find or play a .8 or .05 gauge string. No thanks. It's an extra low string, my dude, and it is currently tuned to F sharp. And if you don't think that sounds cool, then maybe this will sound cool. If you don't think that sounds cool, then I can't help you, my friend. But it looks like you do. And it looks like I have converted you to the school of 8-string. Oh, I'm going to tune back up because I'm going to play a song in the standard. But the new album that we were working on, almost every single song is tuned to drop E and drop A. So, you know. Ever think of doing something with Tosin Abasi? I have thought about it. Yeah. I don't know what I would do. I was thinking about asking him if he wanted to do a learn video where I learn something and then I talk to him on Zoom or something. I just, yeah, I don't know. I think that would be cool. I don't know. I haven't done one of those videos for a while. I did a couple of them, and they were fun to do because they're kind of like me just hanging out with people that I know or friends or whatever, and it's cool. Or when I was getting to know Misha from Periphery, that was cool. It was a very nice conversation that we had. I don't think I maybe had met him once before that, but I definitely didn't. I wasn't necessarily friends with him. But yeah, I don't know. I asked someone else to do one of those videos, and he was saying that he was taking time off from playing guitar because he had like a really bad injury. And I was like, hey, okay. Feel bad for people like that, and I empathize greatly. So I don't know. Do a video like you did with Villa Maya solo. That would be cool. Maybe that's a cool idea. Sideways Freefall, I think you have a good idea here. Very intriguing. If you think if you wore thick framed glasses, you could pass off as Vsauce's Michael Stevens. Probably not. Michael Montgomery, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It makes me that bums me out because someone like Jeff Loomis is, I mean, just the like the best of the best guitarists. You know what I mean? It's like unreal, amazing, really great guitarist. Yeah, Loomis is Apex for sure. Yeah, and I mean, I think that he's like in his early 40s or something like that. And that, yeah, I mean, that's about the time where it's like, hey, you've been playing fast music your entire life. Here's the damage to your body you did. You know what I mean? Greg Lane, thanks for hanging out, buddy. I'll see you next time. Jeff Loomis is your absolute hero. Yeah, and I've hung out with him before. We were doing a tour in 2017 where his arch enemy was playing across the street, and we were on tour with Despised Icon and Malevolence in Europe, and he was playing arch enemy. I don't remember who else was on his tour, but their bus was across the street. So I was talking to him on Instagram. I was like, yeah, come over. And he came over onto the bus, and we were hanging out and playing guitar for like a half hour or something. And like, you know, when you're hanging out with somebody like that, because like ever since I was a kid, I'm like, oh my God, he's the best. And when you hang out with someone like that and they're like the nicest, soft-spoken person you've ever met, you're like, okay, cool. This is just, when you meet somebody that you look up to like that and they're just as cool as you could imagine them being, it really makes you just like stoked to be playing music. It's just like, you know, it's just awesome. So, you know, it's cool. Do I know the name of the aerobic sound that some metal guitar players make? Are you sorry? Phrygian Dominant. Yeah, Phrygian Dominant. There's another one too. That one's all switching back and forth between Phrygian Dominant and Double Harmonic Major. Double Harmonic Major is two big minor third half steps. Sinsidious 666, thank you for hanging out, buddy. Do I prefer the line 6 stuff over the fractal stuff? No, not generally, no. I just don't have an extra Axe-Fx to bring home. That's all. Keith Merrow is definitely up there as far as rhythm players go. Yes, he's amazing. He's very, very, very good. The stuff that he writes is amazing. That riff sounded like Vervum. Oh, good. I don't remember which one, but hey, can we hear a single riff from the new album? No. Gotta go for a while. Hey, Trevor, thanks for hanging out, buddy. I have played some new riffs on stream. I just didn't say it was new riffs. So, you know, if you didn't like it then, or maybe if you did, thank you so much. Oh, Vulcan, yeah, we've been reading Dune. You know, Claire and I have been reading Dune. My wife, Claire, or rather, I am husband to a female named Claire. You might know her as Clayne's World on YouTube and Twitch. She's great. Well, I mean, she's great. Yeah, I mean, whatever. What about One Note? Yeah, I think we played this one. So, Peter Pringle. Oh, dude, Mikhail. Yeah. Claire and I both know Peter Pringle, dude. Oh, yes. Oh, we know Peter Pringle. He's great. So, Claire's Dean's handler, exactly. So, Claire and I have been reading... We've been reading Dune to each other. Here's how far we've gotten. Okay. So we're about a third of the way in. We just finished book 1 of 3 books inside of this large tome. We are now on book 2, Muad'Dib. And so we've been reading it out loud to each other, and it's been very nice. I feel like we just hit a part in the story where everything was cool. It was going great. The story was maybe kind of getting a little bit, if I am being honest, it was getting a bit dry. So it's getting a bit dry, and we're like, okay, all right, let's see. I'm still invested 100% into it, but, So I'm reading, and then we get to the last 2 chapters of the first book, and something happens where Clara and I are like, what? And then just line after line, I'm like, holy shit. And then the next paragraph, holy shit. And then the next paragraph, what? Like that, okay. It went like from like, it was insane. So the last few paragraphs of that chapter were like mind-blowing, fucking super cool. So I'm very excited to hear the next chapter, or to read the next chapter. Don't you find it hard to get into books without reading and only listening? Remembering names and stuff? No, Claire and I take turns, so, it's a dense world that Frank Herbert made. Yeah, it is dense. Dean attempts to read. Yeah, I definitely fuck up reading sometimes. Audiobooks. Claire and I have done some H.P. Lovecraft on Twitch before. We might do The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. That one's really cool. It's a pretty short book, so we could probably break it up into sections. That was my experience with Terrence Hobbs. People at the show, got a few minutes to chat with him. I got to highlight of my life. Freya Ward, that's rad. Yeah, just that guy, and I have experience with him too. He's just a sick dude. He's just like a cool guy. He's just like, real chill. He'd write a book and we would read about it. Write a book, dude. What copy are you reading? Want to get the 3-in-1 book that you have? Yeah, I have the whoops. Okay, well, good thing I already knew where that was from. It's the paperback. I don't know. It has all 3 of them in it. It came out in 2017. This version. It came out, I think, right when they were doing the pre-production for the new movie that's coming out, which I am also very excited about. And it has friend of the band Jason Momoa in it, and one of my favorite directors, Denis Villeneuve. I think it's Villeneuve. Anyway, or Denis. Sorry, not Denis. Denis. He's amazing. I fucking hate his name though. French Canadian names, dude. I'm just like, oh, okay. If his name's Francois, okay, perfect. So the movies that he's done, dude, I haven't seen Incendies, but fucking, what is it? Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Prisoners, amazing. Fucking, I can't think of any of the fucking names all of a sudden. Sicario, amazing. Who else? What other movies? Blade Runner, really good. Although I'm not the hugest Blade Runner fan. I like the movie, it's okay. But his version was great, but I mean, my favorite movie that he did was Arrival. Arrival was amazing. I've watched that movie so many times. It's Canada on Canada name hate. It's just name confusion because I'm on the West Coast. West Coast. I had French class, but I'm like, etre. I don't know. Oh, Mario, thank you so much, buddy. So many people have gotten tattoos based on Arrival. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Tattoos based on Arrival. I did not know that. Tattoo Arrival movie. I could see why they've got that cool hieroglyphic language. Oh yeah, those look cool. They're a bit abstract though if you don't know the context. They're kind of just like, they kind of look like smudges, but the way they use them in the movie, super cool. The score is badass. Yes, the score is badass. Quebec doesn't count as Canada. Well, actually, I have some of my friends who live in Quebec. I had one of them ask me one time, "Do you have Canadian Tire in Canada? Okay, so keep in mind. Okay, so his question, he is from Quebec. He asked me, do you guys have Canadian Tire in Canada? So there's a couple things to unpack, and it was a slip of the tongue. So do you guys, him and himself, this is not indicative of all Quebecers. I'm just saying this guy just had a quick, and he's French main language, English second language, right? Strong accent. So he goes, do you have Canadian Tire in Canada? First off, he's separating me from himself, which means he thinks of himself as a different, and plenty of people in Quebec also do, which is totally fine. I mean, I'm, whatever. They're a very separate culture. It is very, very different. So he asked me that. That means he doesn't think of himself as being Canadian. And also he forgot that Canadian Tire is obviously in Canada. So it's an interesting thing. It's like slip where he's like, that really told me a lot about like what he thought about himself in the place of Canada. It's really interesting. It is a very different culture inside the country. Same here with the actual French. I didn't get the part before that. This tuning nullifies the D string, which would be tuned to C. With the tuning proper set, we can play chords. You guys talking about Korn playing six string? Oh, block separatism movement is pretty wild. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. How does anyone drive around without tires? Well, luckily, the only place to get tires in Canada is not Canadian Tire, although it is a store here, and they give Canadian Tire money, which is interesting. Dwarf Star, yeah, we have square wheels up here in Canada. I should have given context. Canadian Tire is the name of a store. It's a huge chain in Canada. It's all across Canada from east to west. Like, it's everywhere. It's essentially an automotive-based, although now they've branched out a lot, automotive-based kind of Walmart, essentially. You guys are Canadian. That explains a lot. Beneath the Massacre is amazing. Well, yeah, dude, Beneath the Massacre. Amazing band. Overpriced cheap bikes. Is that what they have there at Canadian Tire? That's funny. I didn't know that. I fucking have not yet. Do I know any Cryptopsy? No. I'm going to play one more song. I'm going to play one that hopefully doesn't fuck up my arm. My fucking arm. And if I do have some pains tonight, I'll let all of you guys know. And no, for sure, it's your fault. Hopefully, I'm in the right tuning. Find out right now if I'm in the right tuning. That low string. Yeah. Dry like Cheez-Its. I think so. I don't really remember. I haven't had them for a long time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. There we go. That's AC. I fucked it up. Yeah, that is a Toby Morelli special technique. There's lots of it on the new album. Kirk Hammett used to do it. Oh, really? Wow. Who's a better guitarist? Or rather, who's a more well-known guitarist? Toby Morelli or Kirk Hammett? Milky. Exactly. Yeah, Toby is way more well-known. Pick tapping is different. If you give me the chords to Wonderwall, see what I play. I don't take cows as payment for anything. Chickens only. I wish I had chickens. That'd be great. I would need to live in a different place. Mateo, yeah. Usually. I also do not accept wenches as payment. We can talk about the sack of grain, but wenches, I feel like three's a crowd in my apartment. Wonderwall glitchless, yeah. Oh, the pick tapping thing. It's okay. So it's not this, which would be pick tapping. Wow, it sounds bad like that. Holy shit, that sounds terrible. Anyway, that's it. How do I get damn good pinch harmonics? Oh, sorry, pinch harmonica. What is a pinch? Yeah, it sounds like a police siren. Pinch harmonica. Well, I myself play a bit of the pinch harmonica. I don't even remember the rhythm of the song. A7 sus 4. I don't remember the rhythm. Something like that. I don't fucking know. That's why metal sucks to learn, because it sounds like trash slow. Yeah. How do I pick a string? Just pick one, man. I like this one. This one's pretty good too, but you might not have that one, so there you go. Imagine playing is hard enough. I can imagine conversating? Is it conversating? Put some Spencer Machine Gun Blast over the top and we got ourselves a stew. Hey, still lots of meat on them bones. Hitting us with the dad jokes. Conversating? How do you? Is that how I pronounce it? Conversating? Sorry. That's okay. I don't know why you're apologizing to me. It sounds like I fucking tried to call you out, and then you're like, no, it's a word, and now I just look like an idiot. Oh, it's not correct. Okay. Well, I guess we're both idiots. Well, maybe not. I recently discovered that holding the pick tighter works better. Hey, tighter. Conversinating. Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm not a bully. No, I was confused. There's nothing wrong with putting I've been reading this Dune book, and I'm like, every paragraph, I'm like, what? What is this word? Cromulent? Embiggen, dude? Conversating. Composition is important. Okay. Pinch harmonica is my favorite typo. I like pinch harmonica. I think that's cool. What picks do you use? I use the Embiggen, yeah. What picks do you use? I use the Tortex 1.5 millimeter Jazz 3 style, and they have my signature on there. It's signed in silver. Oh, whoops. There you go. There you go. Bit of silver with a bit of Stay-Tech on the other side there. They're these Tortex Jazz 3 style. 1.5 millimeter. What are words? Yeah, sometimes I just read something and I'm like, fuck, I suck at reading. I fuck everything up. Chucky Chuckerson, your English is perfectly fine. Fucking terrible, actually. No, actually, never mind. Your English is, it's great. It's perfect, actually. Long word you can spell. No way, dude. Pinch harmonica, dude. Is that what I said? Pinch harmonica. All right, well, fucking, I threw in the pick. I'm done. Okay, wait, one more. Mick S. Dude, you should upstroke the upper strings while string skipping. I'm really struggling with this at high speeds, and therefore I can't play Archbar songs. LOL. Fuck my life. Mick S. If you know a little bit about inside versus outside picking and two-way pick slanting. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Please look up the guy Troy Grady on YouTube. Okay, Mick S. I hope you get fucking writing this down, buddy. Inside and outside picking and two-way pick slanting. Those are the secrets to getting dexterous movements with your right hand around string skipped arpeggios, riffs, all that kind of stuff. And if that goes to a certain point and you can't get it past that, use some hybrid picking, which is using your middle finger to get that extra high string here. And I threw my pick, but luckily I have like a million picks here. That kind of riff I would never be able to play without a bit of hybrid picking. Slowing down. Andrew Kim. Andrew Kim is messaging us from an undisclosed location. He's on the scene. He is currently in an area that I cannot disclose and I shan't talk about anymore. But Andrew Kim, bassist of Inferi. Hello. You just learned something new. Did Troy Grady pay me? Oh my goodness, no. I would love to work with Troy Grady. If anybody knows him, I don't think so, but that'd be great. I really enjoy his stuff, and I have paid him. I actually got the... they did a Kickstarter for what they call the magnet, which is something that now I realize probably won't work on my guitar because I have an 8-string, but whatever, I got it anyway. It's the magnet that you put over your neck, and you put your phone into it, and you can do slow motion video at your right hand for streams or for teaching or whatever. And I'm really excited about it. It was pretty expensive. It was like $70 Canadian for the Kickstarter or something like that, for essentially like a 3D printed piece of plastic or whatever with a magnet in it. But I am very excited to get one. So no, quite the opposite. I have paid Troy Grady to advertise for him. And I hope I do a good job, because if you guys are ever interested in getting better at your right-hand technique, go to his YouTube channel and check out some of his stuff. He has, he's had, there's so much cool information on this YouTube channel talking about certain movements with your wrist, talking about how different guitar players approach things. He's had amazing guitarists on there. He's had Marty Friedman. He's had Marshall Harrison. He's had Rusty Cooley. He had Carl Miner. Like, he's had lots of amazing players on there. Wise words. Do I know the band Verve? Yeah. We toured with them in the U.S. in 2019. 2019, I think. You do the Dave Mustaine Pinky Anchor thing. Well, that's fine. I do that too. But no Dean. What did I say? But he hasn't had Dean Lamb. Oh, I see. Troy Grady. Yeah. Elias, you joined late, and you know what? Because of you, we're all going to leave, and we're never going to talk about this. And it's a big secret, and you're not included. No, I'm just kidding. Please join me next time, buddy. You need help with your picking. I mean, I've played for a long time, but it's been off it for a couple years. I have experience, but, try and pick up the picking technique thing down there. Yeah, dude, Troy Grady, my guys. Troy Grady. Yufan Yang with the $20 fucking super chat is an amazing thing to end this fucking stream with. Thank you so much, buddy, for the support. All that goes towards getting me a new chair eventually. As you can see, my chair is falling apart. If you are interested in any guitar tab packages or my tone here, you can go to my website, deanlamb.com. Yufan Yang supported me through super chat, which is amazing. Thank you so much, dude. And if you want to get something as well, anybody who's interested, my website is here next to my floating head. It's really weird. Everything is mirrored, so I have to point. Okay, right there. Andrew Kim posted the link. Thank you so much. Right there, I have a sweeping lesson. I have a legato lesson. I have a death metal composition lesson. I have a guitar lick 1, guitar lick 2. Claire and I transcribed some Bach. Claire and I transcribed some Chopin. There's something else on there, and my tones, all that stuff. Dark Alley, that's true. Dark Alley. No, Dark Alley. I remember last time. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Yes, a floating head. Bam Baldwin, McDoomhammer, Alex Fields, Andrew Kim, Howie Quap, Sonder, Natus, Elias, Undead Moose, Kane Trujillo, some a language I don't know, Cyrillic, I think, David Poston, Deep Fried Wizard, Mick Ale, Michael Montgomery, Shixers93, Milky Watto, I think I said that already, but that's cool. Bubbly Production, thank you. I will see you guys next time.